Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Just had a big climb there, so we're a bit out of breath. I'd like to bring this video to you on Sunday. What I'd like to get into today is just how hard it is to stop loving someone. And I think sometimes we expect too much of ourselves. We need to be kind to ourselves. It's difficult to suddenly stop loving someone just because you find out that you've been narcissistically abused and they're a narcissist. This video was inspired by a most beautiful comment from one of our wonderful subscribers on this channel. And at this point I'd like to welcome warmly all our new subscribers and hope you benefit and enjoy the content that's coming and the comments and support from the people that we have on here who have proved to be time and time again a fantastic resource for each other and huge support and sometimes a life-saving voice through the pain when you're first discarded and ongoing in dealing with what's happened within the relationship. I cover the intimate relationship with the narcissist here in general. So my take on this is that don't stop loving. Don't turn that love to hate when you do find out that this person really was delusional and created an illusion of a relationship between the two of you. I've really thought hard on this, and it's a very painful subject because we are heartbroken when the relationship that seemed so amazing and too good to be true just doesn't work out. Wow, that bird just soared down through the video there from the hilltop. Beautiful. So yeah, getting back to the subject at hand, I was thinking hard on this and finding it hard to give up my love. And the way I've reconciled this is we're loving, compassionate, loyal and sincere people. And I think the best thing to do is not to give up on the love, but just to accept that it's impossible to have the relationship with the narcissist going forward, but to try and forgive. And how do I put this in a way that's acceptable or in a way that makes sense? Looking back on the relationship with the narcissist, I think that there were moments, and it also depends on how high the person is on the narcissistic spectrum and whether they do have full-blown NPD. Looking back on moments, I remember moments of joy with the narcissist where I did see, I think, a glimpse of the true self, when we had fun, when it seemed very genuine. And I believe that there's a 5% of the true self that does come out and that you do get to see from at different times in the relationship. A lot of it's manipulation, a lot of it's mirroring, but there are glimpses of the person that they could have been. And I think that's what makes us love them. It's part of being human. You can see the vulnerability that's there, but unfortunately they've attached themselves to negativity and an evil way of living their life and getting their needs met, and that is who they are. They can't just stop being who they've been for years and years and years because they believe that that's the only way that it's possible for them to navigate life. I believe they're afraid to love you. They can't allow that lack of control because that's what started, I believe, the the narcissistic defense system initially, when they were vulnerable children, when whatever voice inside their head or attached to them told them that you can't trust anyone, no one else is going to love you, you have to win in every situation, you have to control it. Don't let that feeling of trusting someone ever again, don't ever again have that trust in someone else, because look at the pain you're in, and life is not fruitful and wonderful and something that you grow into. Life is something to be combated, and people are to be combated. And if you ever let your defense down, you'll be destroyed. And this is the way I believe the narcissist lives their life. There are moments in the relationship, I believe, when they forget their defense mechanism, and you can get a glimpse into the true self. But it's not allowed out. It's only about 5% of the dealings you'll have with them, and they will always revert to their disorder. They like their disorder. They believe in their disorder. They listen to the darkness that's attached to them. They believe the only way to survive in life is not to allow themselves to be vulnerable, not to allow themselves to love someone else, because that makes them vulnerable to that excruciating pain and ultimate destruction of the self. It's really, really sad, and it is such a waste. But there's nothing you can do about their soul. The only thing you can do is to look after your own. In a loving way, though, in an understanding way. I know in these channels, we talk about how to protect ourselves against the narcissists, how to destroy their evil manipulations and doings. And that is correct, because we need to know what we're dealing with. But if we can arm ourselves with the knowledge and not allow that destruction to go ahead, but at the same time honor the beautiful parts of the relationship that we did have, honor the glimpses that we saw of the soul that is lost in this lifetime. The only way that soul can ever come to be healthy to be with is if God intervenes and they actually, I believe, a miracle happens. But what I'm saying is, to summarize, guys, personally, from my point of view, I prefer to look on the person I was with, the part of the truth of the person they could have been, and the glimpses I saw of the soul that was buried within this awful darkness. I will honour that and allow myself to have some good memories of the relationship in a full understanding of what actually went down, of the manipulations, of the bad stuff that was part of it. But I would like to take away the fantastic learning that has been achieved, the fantastic spiritual and personal growth that has been achieved because of the excruciating pain that was experienced. But I'd also like to take and continue to love the soul that wasn't allowed to enjoy life, that I did catch glimpses of, and that I wish was capable of being vulnerable, not feeling the need to be in control all the time, to drop their narcissistic defense mechanism, and to live a happier, more joyful and more peaceful life, in acceptance that that is not going to happen, and to release them from any need to take revenge or feel hatred towards them. I let them go in love. I hope this was a good Sunday message, guys, just to bring some peace. It's very, very difficult to get to this stage, and it's okay if you don't, but it's so healing if you can acknowledge the feelings that were there in a fuller understanding. Hope it makes sense. Subscribe, guys, if you like the content, and take very good, loving care of yourselves.